minute ago, here in the room, and I have a special guest on. I have a woman boxer. I have very few women boxers that I've gotten to talk to. A lot of MMA women, but a special guest I have on because she has a big fight coming in New Hampshire this Saturday. I have Karen Dulin on the phone. Karen, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
You have a huge fight. You came off a win in March. You had a big layoff. You took a few years off. You came back in March under a new team, Fight Factory, and you had a big win there. Now you got another fight this Saturday night in New Hampshire in a big event. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. So it's the same promoter that I fought as an opponent for last time. And they offered me the fight, and it's not an easy fight, so we thought about it for a little bit, but I knew I wanted to take it, and I stay ready all the time, so I'm excited to get back in there. Yeah.
Excellent. Now, I've been following you on social media. You're very good on social media. You're putting out a lot of very, very positive things out there, especially with your training. Are you a full-time trainer? Do you train people in boxing and physical fitness? What do you do on the side other than be a pro boxer?
So I waitress full-time.
Yep.
I have a full-time restaurant job, as most fighters do, because unfortunately it's not something that always pays us that well. But I also teach a bunch of classes. So I do boxing fitness at Newport Box Fit in Newport, Rhode Island. And they're always giving me more work. So I teach a lot of kids classes through them as well. Boys and Girls Club, I work at a senior center. I did a series of classes with them. Some personal training with boxing as well. We were really looking to build that. Obviously, unfortunately, you can't fight forever, and I never thought I wanted to teach it, but I love it so much. It's really rewarding, and I enjoy it very much. So
excellent. When I talk to pro fighters on in all different combat sports. When they're fighting, that's a different thing. But when they get down to teaching, once they have enough time under their belt, they feel confident that they can, show some other people their skills and just teach other people. I find that fighters talk about they learn a lot themselves, going through the moves, going through the motions. They actually break down the technique more than just after a while, it's like breathing. You guys and women know, it's like an everyday thing. But once you teach someone, you're actually breaking it down again. What's the difference there between being trained and actually teaching somebody?
It's pretty amazing, actually. I think it's helped my own boxing immensely, because when you have someone else in your care, you want to make sure that you do an impeccable job at teaching them how to do things properly, because you want to make sure that they don't get hurt, that they know technique, that they do a good job with what it is that you're trying to teach them. So, it's definitely challenging at times. You have to really see people as individuals, because everyone has different learning styles and athletic abilities and needs. So, I love it. I really do. It's all the different types of people that I work with. I use different techniques with all of them, and you're always having to change and adapt and adjust, just like fighting. It's great. I like it.
Excellent. Yeah, and you're giving back, so it's making you feel not only, sharpening your tools, it's making you feel good on the inside because you're helping other people, in physical fitness and all other things. So good, congratulations on that. And, I hope you can do that as a career down the, not that waitress isn't too bad. You can always do that, but it's it's nice to stay in what you actually love to do, which is box. So
absolutely.
That's great. So let's get down to boxing, Karen. Now, you've had a lengthy career. I think you started fighting in around 2008. Is that correct?
That's correct. I made my pro debut 2008 in the Bronx against Veronica Jeffrey.
Excellent.
Very tough fight.
Yeah, you've had a lot of tough fights through your career. Like you don't fight. You fight very, very tough women. And so you went through your career, then you took some time off, and we basically talked a little bit about that. Like, your record didn't show really what kind of fighter you were, so you couldn't get really fights matched up, so you took a little time off. Then you came back in March. How did that feel coming back in March after all that time off? And what was the deciding factor on coming back? How did you get that fight?
I felt amazing, actually. I mean, of course, there's probably a little bit of rust not having been in there, but I did have a lot of work sparring, and I had a great training camp, and I went into training camp in shape at weight, so that always helps a lot too. But I really had to kind of rebuild myself to get back in the ring. Having so many losses, whether they're real or not, they have definitely a cumulative effect on your sort of mental state of being. And I was carrying all those losses back in there with me every time I went into the ring. So without even being aware of it, I think, just keep trying to get back in there, being like, I'm going to win this fight. This is the one I'm going to win. But carrying all that old stuff with me, bad habits, and just kind of being down on myself a little bit for having such a, really horrible record. That's what people look at. You know that. They look at the fighter's record. They don't look at anything else. They
they don't look at the killers you faced or anything like that. It's like it's just black and white. That's all they want to see.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you got this fight in March. What is that feeling like? All right, I'm back on the map. I'm gonna get I got new life. I've been off a few years, and you're under a new new gym, right? Fight Factory, correct? Coming back for that fight.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
It's pretty amazing. I knew when I went back to the gym. I went back to the gym about 2 years ago, and I've been solidly in the gym for, I would say, close to 2 years now. And I knew I wanted to fight again. And again, it was securing a fight, having all those losses, commissions not approving me, things of that nature, not being able to secure a fight. And this was a good fight for me. No putting down Jillian Diotto. She's a great lady. She's a great tough fighter. But I knew that even giving up the weight I gave, that she was a good comeback fight for me, and it was a fight I'd be able to win. Not still wasn't an easy win, but that I could get in there and do what I needed to do. As soon as I won, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this again,
Yeah.
So, and I knew I was gonna get offers. I turned a couple things down, which I usually don't do, but they just, not the right time or place or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I feel better than I've ever felt. You would think 42 years old, 3-14, what's she doing in there? But I rebuilt myself, and I'm better than I've ever been, and I know that. So
excellent. And sometimes it's a team. A new team can do that for you. And just like a new fight on life. Like you got the boxer inside you. So let's use them tools no matter how old you are. You know what I mean? If your mind's right and you feel you're physically ready, and they're gonna let you in there, let's go. And it showed. You won that fight coming back in March. You fight back after a few years, and now you got this big fight this Saturday night. And you're fighting Amanda Pavone. Now, who I don't know much about this woman here. Can you talk about who she is? Because I'm sure she been an active fighter?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's not an easy fight at all. She had a very big amateur career. She fought everywhere from 112 to 125, winning all kinds of national, international titles. She was a contender for the Olympics at 112 pounds, didn't make it, and so then she ended up going pro. And she tends to move around in weight a little bit. Very, very tough girl, good skills, fairly heavy-handed, very busy fighter. Certainly younger than I am, but I think pretty much everyone is at this point. So you can't really take that into consideration. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. It's a challenge, but there's no point in me getting in there and fighting easy fights at this point. No one's going to give them to me anyway, unfortunately, with my record and such. So I may as well take the tough fights and prepare myself for them. And we've certainly done that. I know she's coming to fight. I know it's not going to be an easy night, but I'm ready for whatever she brings in there. So
excellent. Is this a 4-round or a 6-round fight?
6.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I don't want to do another 4. I've done 6s and I've done an 8, and I just I didn't want to do another 4-rounder, so I was happy that I got offered a 6-rounder.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So let's talk a little bit about this event. Yeah, it's Murphy's Boxing. What you said is it's I do believe there's 6 fights, 6 boxing matches, and after that it's like a big concert. So tell us about the event itself.
Yeah, so it's a huge venue. It was formerly the Meadowlands, the Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion in Gilford, and I think it seats like 8,000 people. So it's a pretty large venue. So the fights apparently are going on first, and then it's the Flogging Mollies and Dropkick Murphys and a couple of other bands. I guess they're going to close out the night. There's a big music event, I guess, up there on this weekend anyway, and this is kind of part of that too. So yeah, it's a very unique event.
Let me tell you, with the Dropkick Murphys playing there, that place is going to be packed. You're going to have a crowd and a half. Do you know where you are in the lineup in the card? Are you opening the card up, or do you know where you are?
They put us right in the middle.
Oh,
we were going to be the first. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Just
things change.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
never count on that, but
Excellent. Well, you have the fight Saturday. Your weigh-ins are weigh-ins on Saturday, or are they on Friday?
weigh-ins are Friday.
Okay, cool. So how you feeling this week? I know you've been, I saw you on social media. This is kind of your week to, take your foot off the gas and kind of, get the body back in, ready for that night. So how you feeling?
I feel great. I mean, yeah, I'm supposed to rest. I'm not good at resting. Unfortunately, I need to work. I'm a little kind of like 100 miles an hour all the time sort of person. But no, I feel great. My body feels great. I don't really generally have to worry about my weight. I walk around at it. I take care of myself. I always eat right. I don't, go eat a bunch of junk after the weigh-in or after the fight or any of that stuff. And I am always maintaining a training schedule. I think it's important, not just at my age, but you have to keep your body going or else it's going to be harder to get back in shape. So I recognize that, and I also like to stay ready for whatever might be next too. So yeah, I'm 100% feeling great and confident and ready to go. So.
Well, excellent, and I'm glad to hear it. I love stories like this, especially taking time off, coming back, and ready to get it on, and especially the women. I mean, I love that the women are starting to rise to the top here, and there's more and more hitting social media and in the fight game, and you're definitely one of them. And I'm glad I met you. I'm glad I'm seeing you on social media, and you do have like mutual friends of mine. So your name is out there, and you're coming off a big win after like 4 to 5 years off. So last thing I want is, there's still tickets to sale. Not that it's not going to be sold out anyway, because with, Flogging Mollies and Dropkick Murphys and, a big matchup with you and 5 other bouts, man, it's going to be huge there. So shout it out how we get in touch with you and all that other good stuff, sponsors, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, absolutely. So for this event, you'd go to murphysboxing.com to purchase tickets. To find me, you can follow me, Karen Dulin, on Instagram or on Facebook. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy to be talking to you. I'm happy that other people are noticing what I'm doing, and I hope that it inspires people to kind of get up and make a change in their life, and that it's never too late to do what it is that you want to do,
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you came on. I wish you well on Saturday night. Karen Dulin, she's fighting this Saturday night, June 23rd, at Murphy's Boxing at the Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion in Gilford, Maine. Tickets are still on sale. She's going on probably sometime in the middle. I think the gates open at 2 o'clock, or the boxing starts at 2.
Gates open at 2, and boxing is supposed to start at 3 p.m., I believe, yeah.
All right, cool. You'll be right in at dinner time when people are having, a couple of drinks and something to eat. They'll be watching you box.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Is there, last thing, is this going to be aired anyway? Can you get this on, social media, or will they have like a pay-per-view or anything for it?
That is a fantastic question, and I don't have an answer for it, but I will try to find out for you because I have several people asking me that same question.
All right, I'm sure somebody's going to be stealing Facebook Live in it and all that other stuff, but it's something that big. I'm sure they're putting something together. So if you release it by the end of the week, I'll share it and let everyone know.
Awesome.
All right, Karen, I'm going to let you go because you need the rest. Not that you're going to do that, but I'll let you go and just think about what's coming for you. So thank you so much again, and
Thank you.
and I'll talk to you after this big win.
All right.
All right, Karen. You take care. Have a good week.
You too.